Special interest groups are trying to block progress on healthcare reform, derailing the debate with myths and scare tactics. Desperately trying to stop you from discovering that reform won't force you to give up your current coverage. You'll still be able to choose your doctor and insurance plan. Tell Congress not to let myths get in the way of fixing what's broken with healthcare. Learn the facts at healthactionnow.org.
The people of California want healthcare reform. The people of California need healthcare reform, and the people of California deserve healthcare reform.
Healthcare is not a privilege. Healthcare is a right that everybody deserves, whether you're rich or poor.
Stay in contact with every legislator.
Let your legislators know. Send them emails, make phone calls, send them letters.
It's going to take your voices to be heard loud and clear across California.
I don't think that a public national plan needs to be constructed that goes head-to-head with the private insurers.
Before he died, my first husband and I thought we had great health insurance. But when he got cancer, the insurance companies refused to pay thousands of dollars of bills. That forced us into bankruptcy. These insurance companies can't be trusted. They profit by denying people care. We need the public health insurance option now. Insurance companies won't clean up their act unless a strong public option forces them to compete.
I urge the President to take the public option off the table because it's universally opposed by all Republicans in the Senate.
Senators know I voted for you because I thought you were independent. Maine families like mine need you to stand with us and not with insurance companies and national Republican politicians. If you're independent, Maine needs you to step up right now and support the public option.
The Progressive Change Campaign Committee and Democracy for America are responsible for the content of this advertising.
They won't pay for my surgery. What are we going to do?
But honey, you can't live this way.
And to think that Planned Parenthood is included in the government-run health care plan and spending tax dollars on abortions. They won't pay for my surgery, but we're forced to pay for abortions.
Our greatest generation denied care. Our future generation denied life. Call your senator. Stop the government takeover of health care. Family Research Council Action is responsible for the content of this advertisement.
What does health insurance reform mean for you? It means you can't be denied coverage for a pre-existing condition or dropped if you get sick. It means putting health care decisions in the hands of you and your doctor. It means lower costs, a cap on out-of-pocket expenses, tough new rules to cut waste and red tape, and a focus on preventing illness before it strikes. So what does health insurance reform really mean? Quality, affordable care you can count on.
Doctors said a liver transplant could save Nataline Sarkeesian's life, but her insurance company, Cigna, wouldn't pay for it. Nataline died just before Christmas. She was 17. This year, Cigna CEO Ed Hanway will retire with a $73 million golden parachute. $73 million. That's 292 liver transplants. Nataline only needed one. If insurance companies win, we lose.
Topic: the healthcare proposal sponsored by Senator Robert Bennett and liberal Democrats. Content: government health insurance that pushes you out of your current plan. Citizens can only buy health plans approved by the government. Job-killing tax increases on employers. Cost. Congressional Budget Office estimates more than $1 trillion. Action. Call Senator Bennett. Tell him to drop his plan for massive government control of health care.
The Tale of the Snail, a Parable. Republican leaders are desperate to prevent consumers from having the choice of a public health insurance option. They thought they could slow it down and kill it, dead in its tracks. Smart money in Washington thought they were right. It looks like they missed. In fact, a poll this week showed 62% of Americans said they were more likely to support health insurance reform if they had the choice of a public insurance option, and doctors who are on the front lines of health care favor a public option by a whopping 73%. Even Fox's Bill O'Reilly understands why it's important for consumers to have a choice of a public insurance option. The lesson? Don't bet against the snail.
With today's economy, there hasn't been a lot to celebrate. But recently, Congress voted to provide health care coverage for 11 million children, giving their parents one less thing to worry about. And Senator Chris Dodd helped make it happen. Call Senator Dodd today. Tell him thanks for standing up for our kids, and that now's the time to guarantee quality, affordable health care for all Americans.
There are hundreds of choices in healthcare plans today, but imagine this is the massive government-run insurance plan some in Congress want. This government-run plan could crush all your other choices, driving them out of existence, resulting in $119 million off their current insurance coverage, leaving no choices in health insurance, and government in control of your health care.
It's not too late. Protect your healthcare choices. Tell Congress to say no to a government-run plan.
Topic: the healthcare proposal sponsored by Senator Robert Bennett and liberal Democrats. Content: government health insurance that pushes you out of your current plan. Citizens can only buy health plans approved by the government. Job-killing tax increases on employers. Cost: Congressional Budget Office estimates more than $1 trillion. Action: call Senator Bennett. Tell him to drop his plan for massive government control of health care.
Some of Congress's health care plans could squeeze you 4 ways. It could raise taxes by $600 billion, even taxing soda. It could add $1 trillion to the federal deficit. New rules could hike your health insurance premiums 95%. You still might end up on their government-run health plan. Tell Congress you've been squeezed enough. Say no to a government-run health plan.
They are enormous and powerful. They prey on our weaknesses, trying to separate the healthy from the sick. Their strategy is to confuse and exhaust their victims, and they kill people each year by denying coverage while profiting billions. During Shark Week, let's take on the real predators. Health insurance companies. Call Congress. Tell them don't put insurance profits before health care. Support a real public option.
MoveOn.org. Political action is responsible for the content of this advertisement.
Isn't it amazing? Folks in Congress were shocked the plan they passed allowed those huge bonuses for AIG. Now some in Congress want to raise taxes and spend $634 billion for the president's health care overhaul without even seeing all the details of his plan. They just never seem to learn. Call Congress today. Tell them not to raise taxes, to spend billions messing with your health care without knowing what they're buying first.